Nairobi wapi?
1st December 2022.
Leo gavana ni moja.
7. Asante sana.
Siku zote. Ndio tunapita sawa.
Tunamaliza kuset down now. Leo tuna furaha sana ya kwamba tumeweza kushirikiana na viongozi wa transport SACCOs ya maeneo ambayo nimetaja na long distance kwa jumla, wakiongozwa na chairman hapa na secretary general baada ya kufanya mikutano nao, tukisema ya kwamba lazima tupate njia ya kuleta mpangilio mzuri katika jiji letu la Nairobi. Na vile nimekuja nimefurahi kuona ya kwamba tayari tunabeba watu wetu, tunawadrop hapa, na wale nimezungumza nao wako na furaha sana. Hapa mazingara ni mazuri, mandhari ni mema, hata watoto wana furaha kwa hii Green Park Terminal. So today I'm proud that we've officially opened the Green Park Terminal, na tumeanza na hizo magari za long distance, na wengine baadaye kwa sababu tutafanya extension ili watu waje kwa mahali ambapo ni safi, a clean environment, the facilities ambazo mna require tuta create hapa so that you can drop them safely and they can be able to go to their destinations. Pia nashukuru kwa sababu tumeweza kupata shuttles ambapo abiria akishukishwa hapa anabebwa anaingizwa mpaka katikati ya town until the CBD in a very nice environment. So I want to thank my team, I want to thank Kenya Railways ambao tunafanya nao. I want to thank the leadership ya SACCOs zetu na wananchi, kwa sababu nimeona kuna utulivu, kuna furaha. Wale wafanyabiashara wameanza, wanauza masoda, wanauza nini. Sisi tulisema kama bottom up tunataka kusaidia watu wote wa biashara so that they can get an opportunity. There are those who had resisted the move because of I think lack of discussion, and we said we must do public participation in every move. So I want to thank the leadership because we sat down twice. We sat down yesterday. Wale walikuwa mwachocha, nasikia kuna watu wale wameenda kuweka court order ati msikue hapa. Sasa nauliza, mnataka niwatoe tena hapa ama mtabaki?
Tunataka kubaki hapa.
Sasa tunataka kuwa hapa?
Yeah.
Sasa muona ni mzuri?
Yeah.
I will work with NYS and also with my teams to make sure we have more buses that will take people into the city. So in this festive season, and I'm very happy we have our security officers here from the police service, we will make sure everybody who comes here is safe, is protected 24 hours a day, because this is a 24-hour economy. Watu wakidropiwa wapande basi waingie town. Wale wanataka kutembea tunahakikisha kutakuwa na mataa, na tuko na 60 officers dedicated here na wengine zaidi ambao wako plain clothes, amwezi waona, lakini jaribu tu kitu utaona wako wapi, wewe jaribu tu. We also have a CCTV surveillance that we are connecting with our IC3 system for the whole of Nairobi, such that even at the police headquarters, everything that happens here can be seen. So ningependa kuomba ya kwamba sisi kama watu wa Kenya, wa kaunti zote, mmekaribishwa hapa Nairobi. Kuna wale walifikiri ati tunawafukuza Nairobi, tunawafukuza town. Hapana, tunawakaribisha, tunawapenda.
My name is George Yego. I am a director with Fairton Agencies Limited. Fairton is the company that built Green Park. So what has happened today is robbery, because this facility we stand on today, the government has not spent a coin on it. I built this place from scratch when there was nothing here. And we have had to go through cat and mouse trying to follow up on our payment. I have a tender award letter that was dated 5th, the year 2000, so that is 2 years after the award. It is close to 2 years since I finished this work, and the money has not been paid till today. There has been a game going on. More than once I have been told money is ready. I remember the last time I spoke to Peter Kariuki, who came from the office of the president and was working together with General Badi. They promised that they were to pay me before the end of last year. That never happened. Then they said that they have varied this contract to be paid by China Roads and Bridges. China Roads and Bridges declined and said they are not responsible for this park, and NMS should pay for themselves. and we've kept moving and running around. My attempt to stop Sakaja from opening the park proved futile. The team told me they would not open it until it is paid for. Apparently, in our absence, he sneaked into the park and decided to clandestinely open it without making it public. So basically, Sakaja and the government is robbing a private developer of his hard-earned cash. That is my complaint, and I am wondering why the government would take over a property that they have not invested in. They have not paid for it, but they're taking it and deciding to take it. So that is what I am owed around 50 million. NMS has refused to directly hand over to Governor Sakaja. When we had a chat with his office, they said they want NMS to hand over officially, because his office was saying they cannot make payment, yet no documentation has been given to them. This was a presidential project. It was handed over to Ruto as a presidential project. It ought to have been paid for. So once they handed it over to the Ruto's government, it was handed over to the county government. But they hand over to county government verbally without giving the documentation for payment. You go to NMS, they tell you they no longer have mandate. Go to governor. You go to governor, he calls office of the president, they need to pay for the project. No one wants to take responsibility, but they launch the project. So government is basically robbing me of my money. Yes? Yeah, so you talk about hustlers government, yet you're robbing the hustlers.
Maybe are we seeing a legal battle in all this?
In fact, the last time they tried to launch the project, we went to court to stop it. So they stopped. Now, apparently, I think they are luring Sakaja into taking a project that they have not paid for. And so the person they want to take the blame is Governor Sakaja for coming to launch the project, yet they know they have not paid for the project. We definitely are going to court, and we have written a letter to tell them the same. You know, one thing we must understand is that Sakaja is a new governor who just got elected into office. This project was built 2 years ago. Sakaja didn't build it. It was built 2 years ago. He is being handed over projects. So for example, I fail to understand, why would you tell Sakaja to go launch this project yet you know you've not paid for it? I've made this clear. This project was not a county project. It was a national government project. It was supervised by Peter Kariuki from Office of the President, Executive Office of the President. We had General Badi. His office was a cabinet office. This project was a presidency project. But now, because NMS term is expiring, they decided to hand it over to the county. Now, they are handing it over to the county without paying for it. They have not paid for this project. So it should not be launched before it is paid for. It should not be used before it is paid for. 2 years after you've invested your millions into a project and you have not paid for it. The letter I have, which I'm going to give all of you, is that this project was being done as an executive order, consequent of an executive order. The letter was signed by Engineer Ochieng, who was director for roads. I sat here on these chairs with General Badi several times. I was here with the President, President Uhuru. I took him round this project. I know it like the back of my hands because I started when this place was still black cotton soil. So they said, finish the project, deliver in 3 months, then you get paid. After 3 months, we finished this project in around 6 months. Till to date, nobody wants to take responsibility for the payment. I am a private developer. This is a government facility, so who should I be blaming? Projects are inherited. There are so many projects that the Hustler government has picked over from the Jubilee government. The projects that the Jubilee government had not paid for. So when they take over as a government, the first thing to do is to initiate dialogue with the existing contractors so that they know what is the position of the contracts that they are inheriting. Up to date, there is no engagement with the current government. Whether it is national or county, Nobody has engaged at any given level to find out what is the position of the contract. But they're going ahead to make a launch of it. It's quite unfair.